that most stuck out to me when learning about the meanings behind family photographs and albums was the idea surrounding the family romance. The idea is that families have to even subconsciously work in order to create this vision of them, that posing for a picture is actually posing, and that family members attempt to conform to their idea of the perfect family in a photo is something that I honestly never really thought about. As Hirsch points out, each picture in an album says more about family romances than about actual details for familial life. Well, I would like to respectfully disagree. Although I can understand that from an outside perspective many photographs seem staged or choreographed, and that maybe in some families they are, I personally can look at each one of the pictures that I'm about to show you and tell you the events that happened before it, the events that happened after it, and assure you that the emotions that are captured in each photo are genuine. This is not to say that other family photographs aren't real, but it's just something to keep in mind as I begin to defend the notion and importance of the staged family photo. In my opinion, family photographs are used as a means to re-experience and pass on specific stories amongst family members. When I pose for a photo with my family, I'm aware that a picture is being taken. And even if, say, my family conforms to the ideal family in that brief moment, the purpose of the photo, in my mind, is to have a snapshot to look back at in the future, to see how we were then, and to reach back into our memories for the real details surrounding our lives at the moment. These following pictures are mine, and their meaning belongs solely to me and those who experience that moment with me. The experience can be relived and ultimately will cause new experiences and allow bonds to form. Therefore, I don't think that family photographs romanticize the image of a family at all. In fact, they do just the opposite. They allow bonds to form and maybe even pave the way to becoming the perfect family by allowing a sort of viewing to occur later that connects not only the people in the image, but those that are sharing the photo as well. This picture is one of the few professional photographs that we have taken as a family since I was a toddler. When I was 14 years old, my father informed me that we would be moving from a little suburb of New York City all the way across the country to Los Angeles, California. Although change seemed exciting, I remember feeling an overwhelming sense of loss in the weeks leading up to the move. My parents, aware of this, treated my sister and I to a professional photo shoot at our home as a way of remembering all of the memories we've had here. To an outsider, this picture may seem extremely staged. We are wearing coordinating colors, and the photographer has distinctly placed us in a way that clearly is meant to demonstrate a loving family and to romanticize our bonds, if you will. To anyone looking at this picture on its own, we may seem to be trying too hard. But looking at this picture, I can tell you that the move made us all closer. Because we were moving for my dad's job, it made my dad see how much his family would do for him, and made the rest of us see how family is home, not necessarily walls and ceiling and floors. This is what I see when I look at this picture. This is what my sister sees when she looks at this picture, and this is what future generations will see when we narrate this photo. These next few photos came to mind specifically because they incorporate both the idea of a picture being taken for those that are in the picture, but also for those that are not. In The Family Gaze, Haldrup and Larson note that when speaking for family tourism, there is not so much a fear of failing to remember attractions, but an attempt to keep alive the delightful family experiences. People aren't as concerned with accumulating photographs for their own sake as they are with accumulating present personal experiences for future communal consumption. The reason that these photos stick out to me is because on the past 2 vacations I have taken with my family, my sister has not been there. Even though she couldn't make the trips, we went about our business anyways, posing for photos in every place there was supposed to be a photo. My sister's lack of presence allowed for what I spoke about before. When we returned from our vacations, we were able to take these so-called romanticized, staged family photographs and use them to narrate our trip for her. She was able to understand the trip as told through pictures, and all of a sudden she became part of the experience by sharing the viewing process with us, the people who were there. Overall, I feel that what's important in a picture is not necessarily the way the family is positioned or the fact that everyone is smiling, but it is the emotion, or maybe even Benjamin's definition of the aura, that is evoked in reliving the moment of the picture. By appreciating circumstances that occurred when the picture was taken, and by being able to grow and look back on these photos with a newfound appreciation, has allowed my family to evolve and will continue to do so as these pictures are passed down from generation to generation.